Everybody ready? All right. I thought you had a productive day today. You got good work and introduction of what we have for this week. Some things, some areas of things we need to be able to clean up as we head into tomorrow. Obviously, you get to a championship week, man. It's still about the improvement. It's still about the growth. It's still about the fundamentals. Bringing that edge and everything that we're doing. We've got some good competitive work against each other. Offense versus defense. Cut down a little bit of just in time of time being out here. Being at this point, but I thought there was some good work that was done, and obviously we'll come out tomorrow and continue to push to be better.
Going into this week, it's the last time that was 2009, both Florida State and FAMU won the conference championship. What would that mean for the city, and what does it mean?
Well, I obviously got a lot of respect for Coach Simmons and the FAMU program. They've done a remarkable job. What he's done in his time there. Football is important here, and we have an obligation of how we play and what we need and who we represent. And I know FAM has the same ideals and thoughts and philosophies when it comes to that. We talked before the season, and I was rooting for him and for their team. And it'd be huge for our city and community, just having both the colleges here being able to push and achieve at a very high level. So hopeful that both of us can get that done.
Will you shoot a text this week, just like kind of good luck, vice versa?
I will now.
I meant to ask you yesterday, the play where Brock pulls out is that an RPO kind of decision before the snap? You laughed when I brought it up to Coach Atkins. He laughed about it. What does it say about that kid in that moment?
There's some
Believe in himself.
you don't have to worry about his belief in himself.
What were you saying in that?
We're all continuing to work, and it was good. It was. I'll say that. That was a great moment for him to be able to go in and have to execute. He saw what he saw, and there's opportunities to grow, and it wasn't I wasn't mad about the decision first, especially with the response of what he said, situation, all those other things that come into it. But he puts a lot of time and study. He's a really smart, very confident, but his approach and his humility to work is something I just love about him. And it's going to be a fun one to watch grow, and he'll be ready if his number's called.
Was it open?
It was getting there, yes.
Okay. Quindarius Jones had a really good practice today. Hit a couple of PBUs. What have you seen growth from him?
Q's done a great job throughout this year. He's somebody that you got to remember. A year ago, he was in high school playing mostly receiver. He's a versatile athlete. Just so many good things. The guy that we offered, he'd come to camp. We'd seen, liked his film. He came to camp, and I really was just so impressed with, the work, the ability, and he's continued to grow. Being here in the spring, really put him on the fast track to a guy that we thought would have a chance to play, and he's gotten better throughout the fall. And so I think that's showing up. It's still technique and fundamentals, the consistency with that, but he's going to have a bright future here.
Well, it's kind of a weird question, but why is it important to you for the players to always have matching suits
On the road? I just think it's presentation matters, and it's when you take time to go get ready. And on game day, we wear suits. At home, we wear a suit and a tie because we get to walk through to be able to do our legacy walk. In football, there's so many times that you don't get a sense of who the player is. They step on the field, they put on a helmet. You don't get the face-to-face recognition. And so during the legacy walk, I want to present our guys the way that they should be presented. They're first class individuals, first class young men. And when you see them and they got the suit and the shirt, the tie, on the road we wear polos, because obviously we're just going straight to the stadium. But it's also the right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just you take a few extra minutes to get ready. And when you do that, I've always, whenever you dress up to go to something, it just signifying the importance of the event. And you get so few in college football. I want them to get it all.
Talent and execution help win games, but you're experience coaching in these conference championship games, as a coach, do you feel like you have kind of more impact on a game plan and the way they play out?
Yeah, I mean, it's we all do. I mean, it's everything gets ramped up as you get into the postseason. Everything is that the competition level obviously is taking another step, but it's everybody being on point, the details, the execution, the situations. There's more film on you now than there's ever been, and you get to this point. I mean, you never know fully what to expect, but you got to be able to adapt and adjust. And so, it's one of my favorite experiences. I've been fortunate to be in a few of them, and this is it's a fun week to be a part of, and it takes us all.
Some of these games recently, I knew Restrepo and then obviously Pearsall, Florida. You guys have done a really good job of limiting some of their key players offensively. How big of a focus is that?
I mean, it's these guys. They have some very talented receivers, and it's going to take all hands on deck to be able to try to eliminate some of their big play ability. They do a great job of being able to create angles in the run game. They have a variation of schemes that they'll run. So it's big. Obviously you got to limit explosive plays, and these guys are very explosive players on the perimeter. And if you get caught slipping, I mean, they'll make you pay. So our guys have done a nice job in the last few weeks, and really throughout the season. Just our pass defense, I've been really proud of that. But we got a big challenge this week, so we've got to rise to the occasion.
Coach Atkins talked about it. Rob and Bless were available Saturday, but kind of he liked the matchup more with Darius and Carolina. Especially this far in the season, how much benefit is it to have where you play matchups a little and kind of wait till guys are definitely 100% on the line?
Yeah, I mean that's a big thing is making sure guys are going to be able to go out there and execute a game plan. You'll be able to to give all that they have, and I know they've been working hard at it, but it's when you go out on the perimeter, it becomes such a matchup game, and I love having the depth and the versatility to be able to play that game, there within the offensive line as well. And so I think our guys have done a nice job in showcasing their versatility, but also being available and ready, when they need to be.
How challenging is it to balance this time of year? Signing days approaching, portals about to open.
Extremely challenging, and that's where it's. Somebody asked me yesterday. They said, "What's the difference in just in college football and you play in a championship game?" One of the good things I would say right now is that at least there's a dead period for this week, and I know most schools are meeting with their players and having those one-on-one conversations and getting a understanding for the next steps. You see with the early signing date, I mean, it is every minute matters, and so. We try to be as efficient and organized as possible to make sure that we're getting a good balance. But when it comes to evaluations of players that might be available, or just the constant communication with the guys we are recruiting, preparing a game plan, this week for a championship game. I mean, it's a lot, but I'm grateful to be in that to be in that position, and for the opportunity. But you gotta be very organized, and we take a lot of pride in trying to be efficient with that.
You're good.
All right, guys.